What's going on, family of God? So, quick message, quick encouragement. What does it take to experience the fullness of God and to have his fullness forever up until death and then going into eternity? That takes a full trust, dependency, and obedience. We can learn from Satan himself, which is the God of this world and which is the devil, right? He had everything, right? He had absolutely everything. He was the perfect being. He was music himself. It was embedded into his body. He had riches, he had glory, etc., etc., etc. And even with all of that, he was still able to sin against the Lord. We can even go down to Solomon, right? Who was the wisest person in the world. Also had everything perfect, right? Had riches, glory, women, everything you could think of. And he was still able to turn on God, right? So what does it take for us not to get to that moment where we turn on God? And where's the trust gonna lie to where God will give us these things and trust that we won't abuse them when he does give them to us? It takes a full dependence. It takes a full trust. And that's a both-way full trust, right? You got to fully trust God, and he has to fully trust you. So a lot of us are going through trials and tribulations right now because God is trying to instill that dependency. He's trying to instill that trust so that when he does give you what it is that he's promised you, it does not backfire on him and it does not backfire on you. So, it's kind of just like anything that you want to come into alignment in your life. You have to be patient and you have to do what it takes to get that thing aligned. So whatever it is that's like closing in your face right now, I know it's probably happening to a lot of us. Whatever is closing in your face right now, don't panic. Don't get to a place where you stop trusting the Lord. But if anything, let that draw you closer to trust. Let that draw you closer to understanding that the full dependence, the full obedience, and whatever it is that is your actual calling needs to take place first before you receive anything else that is aligned with what God has already told you he's gonna give you. I know it's tough, y'all. It's been very tough for myself, but we got to keep pressing. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep pressing. God's remnant, the people that God is going to be rising up in this season to fight the wickedness that's going on in this world, they have to have a full dependency on God alone. And so we just got to get there. And I pray that this bless somebody out there because I know we need to hear this kind of stuff. So I just encourage you, man or woman of God, keep on going. No matter how hard it gets, no matter what it looks like, keep pursuing Christ, keep pursuing righteousness. And at some point, all of your efforts will be rewarded. In Jesus' mighty name.